Well, hello out there in YouTube land. My name is Ray. I'm second degree black belt in the Ming system. And as you can see from the title of this video, it's about forms. Well, I'm not going to show you some forms. I want to just take a minute and talk to you about them. And do you really understand what they're for and why you do them, or why we all do them? So stick around, we'll get right to it. Well, thanks for sticking around. All right, forms. We all started out, we've all done it, we've all still doing it to the most part. I'm sure most of you are. And there can be so many different types. There are over 170 different styles of martial arts. So you can imagine how many forms there are to each one and how many there are out there. So basically, over my years of practicing and doing things, and I started back in, what was it, the 60s, early 60s, I guess it was. And I did Taekwondo for quite a while, and then I came on to this system and this style back in 1984, and I've been doing this ever since. But when I first started out in the Taekwondo, we were taught all the belts, you know, in order to get your belt, you had to do this form and that form and the other form. And at first I was thinking, okay, these are against fictitious attackers and all this. And we're practicing all this stuff, and it should be done in sequence, one right behind the other, of whichever form you're doing. And over the years, as I've grown and understand martial arts more and more, that's not true. Yeah, when you practice the form, it's good to keep it in sequence and keep going with it and doing what you do. But in reality, to me, what you're doing is you're learning an alphabet. When we all start off with little kids, we learn our alphabets, whatever language it may be, whatever. You gotta learn your alphabet in order to make words and then sentences. And that's basically, in my thinking, what forms are. You're learning your alphabet. Yeah, it's setting one thing, okay, I do this, I do that, and I do this other. Well, that might be your ABCs. And then you learn another one, and that continues D, E, and F, and so forth and so on. And as you learn all these different alphabets, then you can pull from here or pull from there and put these letters together, form a word. And eventually, you put enough of the words together, you form a sentence. Then after the sentence, you start with paragraphs, pages, so forth and so on. You kind of see where I'm going with this. So, to me, forms, they're great. They're good. You need them. Everybody needs them. But it doesn't mean you have to specifically do each and every movement for every situation that you might run into. You might be able to pull from this one for this and that one from there and get one from down here, and that might be what you need to put everything together in order to help you in whatever situation or whatever you're trying to do. You're taking all your alphabet and you're putting it together and forming words, in turn sentences, paragraphs, pages, and so forth and so on. So that's just something I kind of wanted to put out there, because nobody's really said that. Not that I've ever seen or heard. I've never had a teacher really tell me that, but as I teach and I go along and I see things, I kinda, now it makes sense. So don't adhere to them. You should adhere to them, but not in the literal sense of it has to be one right behind, exactly each movement. Learn to pull from one and pull from another and pull from this, and work on your sentences, then your paragraphs, and then your pages. So that's it for now. I've got more coming up, and I hope to see you on another one real soon. Until then, y'all take care out there. Later.